What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Just going to be quickly discussing everything we got today from the next Smite update, which is going to be 7.6, and then we got 7.5 bonus balance. And we got a new god that's going to be coming into the battlefield. You guys seem to like the other video that I did. You guys want me to keep doing these discussion videos for every update for Smite, so I'll keep bringing you guys' way. As long as you guys keep showing support. I'm just going to get right into this because there's a lot to talk about. We got a new god, Cthulhu. Now, this was a god that's been rumored for like a long time now. As long as I can remember from when I've even started playing the game, which was like over like, I think a year and a half ago now, so they started playing. Cthulhu's going to be a guardian, which I'm really hoping we get it for our next new god. I hope we really get an assassin, or we get some type of like an ADC or like a hunter, because I'm sick of all the new guardians. We just had a new guardian, Yamoja, with and we just had a new guardian, King Arthur. Well, granted, I love King Arthur, but I don't know. Heimdallr was, I guess, a hunter, but Heimdallr isn't that good. I really don't care for Heimdallr. So hopefully with our next god being an assassin. Hopefully, cross your fingers. I'm crossing mine because I'd really love a new assassin. Cthulhu the Great Dreamer, going to be a guardian. Probably one of the most aggressive guardians in the game, at least what they said. If you guys have not watched the update show and like the actual live stream, the in-game model looks fucking great. Like, absolutely fucking great. Pretty much abilities passive is going to be Prey on Fear, breaks down mental fortitude of enemy gods, applying stacks of torment with abilities, and the final hit of its basic attack chain on 4 stacks of torment. Enemies are affected by sanity. Additionally, Cthulhu gains magical power per enemy god hit by sanity. And they actually showed like a cool effect. So if you have like an insanity, like you'll be hearing stuff. And there's like special screen effects you'll see once you get full insanity for like 20 seconds. So it's really cool. You guys need to go watch the updates show. And just, at least if you just don't watch anything, just watch the last part of it where they show Cthulhu. Because I'm not doing it any justice. He's probably one of the coolest looking fucking gods we've got. Apart from Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is probably one of the worst gods we've gotten. Absolute disappointment. But every other god like before her is probably like way top tier. They're continuing that trend. Sanity break sends out a terrifying blast of energy, dealing damage to all enemies hit and reducing their attack speed. When they hit by this ability for 6 seconds, this applies 1 stack of torment to if the enemy is facing Cthulhu or fears them instead of they're afflicted with sanity. I'm not going to read it like everything. You guys can go check out the patch notes yourself. I'm just going to quickly give a really quick synopsis on everything. The Mire summons a portal, creating a slow field of eldritch mire at the targeted location. While Cthulhu channels the mire, it continues to grow, and portals fire out 2 masses of corruption that hit and damage all enemies in the field. The first shot slows, and the second roots, applying torment. Very cool. It looked absolutely fucking great in game for the animation. Granted, you can get crowd control during it, and you won't be able to cast the entire thing, and you can actually stop it early. So if you only want like the first part of the slow, you can stop it early, which is kind of cool. Rushing Terror creates 2 twisting projectiles at his sides that he furls with his wings, charges forward, damaging, stunning, and knocking away enemies hit. So pretty much like a movement ability that does some type of damage. It looks really cool. His ultimate, which might be one of the coolest ultimates in the game, just from visual representation. They even got it so detailed to where even looking like the sky of like the battlefield, even like Conquest or like any mode, they said, and it'll actually change to where there's like different stuff in the sky, like different buildings and everything. Different types of battlefields. They'll all be brought into one once he ults. Like that, if they can do that with like a lot of your other gods and put that much amount of detail going forward, I think we're gonna be looking at some really cool gods in the near future. Like, it looked absolutely fucking insane. It wasn't even fully done. They said they're still like working on it, like working on some detail or something. Imagine how it looks when it's done. Descendant Madness, Cthulhu reveals his true nature or true form as he plunges into the battlefield into Rylith. All enemies caught nearby are damaged, In this form, Cthulhu gains access to new abilities. It's pretty much kind of like a Fafnir alt, but just with a lot of different, like you're way fucking bigger, and you got like 3 different abilities. Um, Damages enemies near Cthulhu gain stacks of torment, increasing in the pace they are facing him. Enemies also suffer a debuff of Sanity Break, causing them to deal less damage to Cthulhu. It's 100-second cooldown, cooldown, and 100-second mana cost. You get 80% DR during the intro of it, which is kind of nuts. And your damage, I mean, the scaling ain't too bad. Kind of shitty during the middle, but we're just gonna have to. I'm not gonna even talk about how competitively this is going to even be, just because I have to kind of play the god to even know, and it's not even on the PTS yet, which they said would probably be up on Friday. You guys can read the rest of this. I'm not gonna talk about it very much. It's pretty much like the same thing. It's kind of like a swipe. I'll just go over it real quick. Swipe, devastate. It's kind of like an AOE attack, and then transfuse. It's pretty much like it's kind of a cool thing where he loses health, but he gives health, movement speed, and stuff like that to his allies. It's kind of like a life drain type of ability for his ult. Kind of cool. Getting into the skins, we're gonna be getting some more skins. Sin of Greed, Fafnir. I don't know who wants a Fafnir skin, because I sure don't. Like, I was really hoping they're talking about like having a Ratatasker skin, or Ratatosker or whatever. They were talking about a new Rat skin that was going to be an update. I'm assuming they're saving that skin for the mid-season update, because I was actually planning on buying a Rat skin just because for how much I've been playing them lately. I don't know. I was really hoping that's going to be a new update. I'm assuming they're saving that for the mid-season. There's one of like 2 skins that I might actually buy here. Probably a lot of people are gonna end up buying Miss Senshi Bologna. It's pretty much your typical like schoolgirl skin. It looks fucking great in game. They showed it on the update show. Go check it out. It looks really good. Even though I barely play Bologna, I don't know. We'll see how much they want for direct purchase for it. Striking Machina, Ymir. Like Ymir has like 20 skins already. I don't know why they're giving Ymir another skin. Funpocalypse, Hachiman, cool concept. Nobody plays Hachiman though. I guess people do play him, but I just don't. Um, Nautical Legionnaire Achilles looks very cool. Here's another skin I'm thinking about getting, but the bad thing about this is it's stuck behind a 4th of July chest, so I don't know if it's going to be a direct purchase skin or if it's going to be a chest roll. If it's direct purchase, and depending on how much it is, I'll actually scoop up this skin right here. Freedom Retriever Anubis. Fucking great. Absolutely fucking great. I love it. Um, then I play Anubis a shit ton, even lately, so another skin for Anubis I would not be mad at. Presidential Punisher Janus. It's actually laughable. I was actually laughing my ass off when they showed it in the update show. It's pretty much like, it looks like Abraham Lincoln in like ghost form. It's fucking cool. Then we got Cosmic Horror Cthulhu. These are just 3 colors for Cthulhu. The gold recolor. And then we got a red one, which I think is natural recolor. One of these is from the season pass. I think it's the purple one. We got a bunch of other stuff. Pretty much the updates. June 2nd is going to be the bonus balance, which there really isn't much there. I'm not really going to talk about that. June 16th is when they plan having the update up. Cthulhu, Grimm's Omens, Independence Chest, get the new god. And then we have a 6.7 bonus update. So, yet it still boggles my mind how Smite, being in quarantine, they're all still working from home, and they put out 2 times the amount of content that Paladins does in a 3-month span. Like, Paladins puts out a battle pass with like 4 skins, and that's about it usually. Maybe you'll get a map update, but then you have Smite putting out updates, and even mini updates in between at least once a month, and they double the content each update. Like, I don't understand how Paladins can't like double the content and just keep the game up that way. It boggles my mind how Paladins is so fucking lazy. Like, the devs are Paladins, and they're both the same dev team. They both work in the same games. They're both from the same company. I don't know what I don't know. Paladins needs to kick in the ass because people are starting to leave the game, especially just because a lot of people like currently are finishing the battle pass. I've seen a lot of my friends not even online anymore. They're like, "Oh wait, I finished the battle pass. There's been no reason to play anymore." Blah blah blah. They got Corvus at like level 50 already and stuff. Apart from that shit, we're gonna get right into this. Get back to this. I'm not really gonna talk about any of this other stuff. Um, The only thing I'm really going to talk about here is this huge change to adding health point numbers, health bars for jungle camps and minions. This is a change I've wanted them to add for like I don't know how long. They're finally adding that. It's a huge change. I can't wait till they add that. Especially that's really going to help for things like when you're trying to fight over like a fire giant or like pyromancer or like big jungle bosses, knowing how much health they still have. Even like small jungle camps, I sometimes you get in fights with the other jungler over a jungle camp. You have to choose whether to take that jungle camp or fight the other jungler. Makes that a lot easier. We got some bonus balance, fix an issue, or this bug fixes. I'm not going to talk about that very much. Arena is actually getting some changes, which is really nice because I play a lot of Arena. They're going to be actually changing the um, pretty much like the overall like map background is going to be underwater now. So if you look up into the skies, it'll be like underwater submerged instead of like an actual sky. It looks really cool in the update show. Can we please get Arena ranked now, please? Maybe for the mid-season update, we'll get Arena ranked. Hopefully. That's all I'm asking. Duel, not going to talk about it. I barely play Duel. Not really many people play Duel. Conquest. Um, the Totem of Coup actually got a change. Increased the item-wide gold bonus from 20 to 25. I mean, if they're gonna want to make solo lane a lot more fun to play, it's gonna take a lot more changes because right now solo lane and probably support are probably two of the most boring roles to play in Conquest. Like even playing King Arthur, which is probably one of the funnest solo laners to play, it's still insanely boring. They're changing Warrior's Blessing. Um, no longer provides 3 flat damage reduction. Now provides 10 plus magical and physical protections. Decrease the health and mana heal from 40 to 25. That's a huge nerf. When health and mana heal trigger, the target will take 25 true damage. So I'm assuming that's like an aura type thing. I don't know. The damage only occurs once per ability. Um, Evolved Warrior's Blessing. It has been adjusted to match the changes we made to Warrior's Blessing, whatever. It's one of those things where you're gonna have to try it out for myself before I really give too many opinions. They made Baron's Brew match other chalices. That's kind of a bug they needed. They actually buffed Katana, which is a huge buff for a lot of the auto attack junglers. Things like Bakasura, Kali, Hunbats usually runs it. A lot of other stuff. Um, just for a lot of the like auto attack junglers, being able to buy a Katana at a 650 now over a 700 gives you like 50 more gold out of spawn to buy like another either like health potion or like a mana potion or buy something else. I really like that buff. Golden Blade. Decreased the cost from 2200 down to 2000. Actually increased attack speed from 15 to 20%. Huge buff. I can actually see this running on a lot of junglers now just because it fits in line with a lot of the other gold prices for the similar type of items or like weapons. For some reason they're nerfing the speed on a lot of the boots. I don't even know why. Like this is not even an issue until like really high tiers. So they're pretty much what they're doing is they're nerfing something that only affects high tiers, and they're nerfing it for everybody. I don't like it whatsoever. Boots are already kind of garbage, and they're over here nerfing them again. I don't know. And then they're over here nerfing a lot of the other items like blade items. Decrease movement speed on winged blade, rock dagger, toxic blade, witch blade, a lot of this other stuff that you'll once in a while you'll buy it as more situational kind of items, but they're still viable. It just makes them a lot less viable. If I were them, I would have just decreased the gold price on them slightly if they're gonna be going over here and nerfing the shit. We're getting to balance. I'll go over this stuff real quick. AMC is going to be getting a buff, decrease the cooldown on Hive from 14 to 12 seconds, huge buff, and increase the scaling from 70 to 80%. So we'll have a little bit better like early to late game. Baba Yaga, probably one of the worst gods in the game. No matter how much they buff her, no matter how much quality of life changes they'll give her, she does nothing that any other god would ever do in the game. She's fucking useless. She's fucking garbage. Delete her from the game and give us a new mage, please. Not gonna even talk about her. She's fucking garbage still. No matter how many buffs, no matter how many things you're gonna rework, don't even bother fucking reading this. Chronos. I'm actually really happy about this change just because I play a lot of Chronos. I think Chronos is really underrated over in dual lane currently. Increase the basic attack projectile speed from 100 to 110, and aerial it actually got buffed. This is mainly for more of like an early game. Increase the initial movement speed from 15 to 20%, so you have 20% extra movement speed on your accelerate. Um, that's a huge buff for Chrono's early game, just because I think his early game is really kind of bad until you get past like level 6, level 7. He has a really bad early game, and that's going to really help him out. Fenrir getting some huge buffs. Brutalize, decrease the cooldown from 14 to 12 seconds. Will this put him back into meta? Probably not. I think he's going to need some type of other buff um, to make him more in line with a lot of the other junglers, but at the start, I'm not going to complain. Freya increased basic attack projectile speed 100 110. Turn of Fate, hitting a god with Turn of Fate provides 2 stacks of damage buff now for Ganesh. Little buff, not bad. Guan Yu has a quality of life change that allows you to see his passive a lot better. They buffed Isis. I mean, she's still going to be garbage. She does no damage. She has barely any pressure until like late game. She just dove very easily. Um, Increased damage, scaling, so she has a little bit better of a late game. It's going to do nothing. They're buffing Nemesis, which I'm actually really glad to see. Increase the power gain and power loss from 5 to 7%. Decrease max stacks from 4 to 3, which I think this is actually her passive. So she's, even if anything, you get a 1% buff. If so, I don't know. You can look at it as like a nerf, or you can look at it as like a buff. It's kind of more of like a situational thing. It depends how you can play her. Nuwa is getting some buffs, increase the charge range, and they're fixing a bunch of bugs with their clay soldiers. Sol increased the basic attack projectile speed from 100 to 110, and a huge buff increased the magical power bonus from 0.8 to 1% on her passive. I actually see a rise in Sol. She actually ain't even that bad currently. I've been playing a lot of Conquest lately. She's not even that bad, like as a mid or even like a carry. Um, Only thing about her, she's kind of lacks damage until late game. She kind of scales a little bit too slow, in my honest opinion, but I think this will actually help her a lot. Terra decreased the pre-fire time on her first basic attack. A little buff. I don't think it'll even do anything to her. And then we got Zhang Kui. Demon Bag, they're actually reverting a nerf they gave him like last year. Will it make him a little bit better? Yeah. I don't think he's going to be like top tier mage, but you might see him a little bit more over in support or even like mid. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. It's boggling how much content we're getting for one month update, for a Smite patch, and how little content we get from Paladins in like one update from every 3 months. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Cthulhu, everything we went over in this current video. If you guys want me to continue doing these types of videos for each update, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Also, feel free to share, it really helps me out, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.